I'm Marcus Jackman. I'm the pastor at Copper Hills Church in Harriman, Utah. You can find out more about our church anytime you want at copperhills.church. Now, if you were like me, in the back of every comic book when I was growing up was this ad from Charles Atlas. It was right next to the ad for Sea Monkeys. I ordered Sea Monkeys one time. That's the stuff for another devotion someday. But this was the ad for Charles Atlas's program, the so-called world's most perfectly developed man. And we see in this ad, the young man's girlfriend goes from calling him little boy to real man. This 98-pound weakling, I think as it was referred to in some other contexts, he becomes the hero of the beach. And the message was very, very clear. The problem is this: the victim's lack of strength. The problem is not the bully. The problem is you're just not big enough to give the bully his comeuppance directly. Give him what he deserves, his comeuppance. And once you do, once you have, then all the other girls on the beach swoon. You have all the success and respect. This is the dream that Charles Atlas did not invent. However, he marketed very, very well. This is the dream: to give payback to those who have wronged us, to give them recompense, what they deserve, what they've earned. In order to do that, according to the Charles Atlas method, which is just really according to the world of the flesh, the desires of the natural human being, in order to do that, you need to gather enough strength to accomplish that. Is that you? In some way, shape, or form? Is that you? Is that me? If we're in the shower or on the morning drive to work and we're replaying conversations with our family, with our coworkers, people who are wrong, either about the faith or about procedures or about society and COVID and masks or vaccines, we rehearse those things and we make in our mind our own Charles Atlas ad. In 7 easy frames, we become the hero or heroine with our answer, with our strength. For the cost of a postage stamp, we give them recompense in our heart and our mind. Is that you? Is that me? Well, the good news for sinners like you and me is that that is not what we actually need. We're closing out soon our series of devotions from the book of Isaiah. We're in Isaiah chapter 66, the last chapter. And there are bullies in this world, bullies on the beach, and we know it. You and I know it. Even our brothers who hate us for our trust and dependence on the Lord and despise the faith, who will mock or tease, calling our trembling at his word the equivalent of being a 98-pound weakling. What does the Lord say to us? Isaiah 66, verses 5 through 6. This is the verse 5. Hear the word of the Lord, you who tremble at his word. Your brothers who hate you and cast you out for my name's sake have said, let the Lord be glorified, that we may see your joy. That's clearly mocking, but it is they who shall be put to shame. They attempt to cover us with shame. They attempt to cover you with shame. What does the Lord say? Send away for the booklet on self-defense. Build up enough strength to counterattack. Grow stronger. No. Cling more tightly. Verse 6, he says, the sound of an uproar from the city, a sound from the temple, the sound of the Lord rendering recompense to his enemies. The Lord's answer to those who mock, abuse, belittle, attack, persecute, abuse his people is there will be an answer someday, and it will come from the temple. He says, I am your defender. You must cling to me for your life. I am your rock. I am your stability. I am their payback, and I am your hope. And the main issue is they are my enemies. The sound of the Lord rendering recompense to his enemies. Because they have attacked you for your love and you're trembling before my word, I make them my enemies, and I will give them recompense. I will give them their comeuppance. They hate you for my word, then I will settle with them. You just need to hold on. You just don't faint. Wait for me. Cling to me. I am your rock and your life. It is as sure as Jesus' return. It is as sure as the new creation that the Lord will deal with what we experience as our enemies, but truly he has made them his own because he's made us his own. You have been mistreated or bullied or abused, perhaps. You may or may not have seen your opponents get their comeuppance, but the Lord promises my recompense will be final, and it will be holy because it comes from my temple. This will be the judgment that's coming. And judgment that was coming for you and for me came in the heavenly temple when Jesus paid for my sins and my rebellion and my hate of his word. And as sure as that is true, that Jesus has paid, then I am now made part of God's family by faith, by trust in Jesus. And that means that I am no longer his enemy. So if that is your faith, if that is your hope, you can wait for the Lord to give recompense, knowing that it was only his mercy that withheld justice from you and from me. When we did not love him, we did not tremble before his word. Even now, when we don't tremble rightly before his word, it is his justice that fell on Jesus on our behalf. And justice will come someday. We can wait for it, trusting in the recompense of the Lord. Go in his grace and his peace today. Blessings.